welcome back to my YouTube channel, Peace Jones. Don't forget to like this video, to comment on this video, and to subscribe to my channel. You guys, I know you don't like commenting, but the least you can do is please, if you watch the video, like the video, okay? Sometimes, I'll have like 48 views or 75 views, but I'll only have like 2 likes. So if you watch the video, please at least like the video, okay? Subscribe to my channel, share my content with your family and friends on your social media so that I can continue to grow, okay? Welcome to 2022, you guys. Today, I don't have wine, I have water. My throat is a little dry. All right, so let's get right into this video. I don't think this is going to be a very long video. I only have 2 talking points, but this is something that I really wanted to document more so for myself because I want to come back at the end of the year and make sure that I stuck to these promises to myself, okay? So, being that it is a new year, there are 2 things that I no longer want to do in 2022. And I know it's cliche, right? Everyone's like, new year, new me, I'm cutting people off, blah, 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 blah. No, that's not my thing. But there's 2 things that I realized a while back, but they really kind of jumped out at me the end of 2021. And it's just like, you know what? At this point, I really need to get a grip and follow through with this plan and just not fall back on it anymore, right? Because I'm only getting older and I just think that I'm a little too old to still be letting certain things slide. And I also think that as far as protecting my peace and being the best me, which I have made a video on how to protect your peace, you guys go check that out. I just think that these 2 things need to be set in place nice and sturdy, and I need to follow through with it, okay? So number 1 would be not following my intuition, okay? I have an extremely strong gut-wrenching intuition, okay? I can give you guys a few story times about how strong my intuition is, how I've had dreams and then the actual situation has occurred a few days later, how I've had reoccurring dreams and then found out that it was true later. And then just how like I can feel so much, you know what I mean? I can literally walk into a room and pick up on people's like intentions, their feelings. It's just really, really profound, you know? And I am an empath, and I think that that could be part of it, but I also think that there's just like a very high spiritual level that I guess some people are in tune with and some people are born into, and it's like you can't escape it. Like your intuition is just off the charts, right? And that would be me. So to get into it more, I have this thing, and like I said, I'm too old for this. It's so childish, right? But I will clearly see something. I'll clearly pick up on something. I'll clearly feel something. It'll be dead clear, like no questions. But I will push it to the back of my mind and I'll say, no, it's not that. Or I'll say, no, but I'm going to forgive him or her. Or I'll say, no, but maybe we can talk through it. Or no, but that's just how they are, right? And I have found that every time I do this, the situation gets worse progressively, or the situation is covered up and concealed, and maybe the person apologizes, and then later on they do something worse, right? And so what I need to start doing just to protect myself is saying, hey, you see this clearly, you know this is real, even without having to ask or clarify, you know this was that person's intentions, you know how they feel about you, whatever it may be, right? So take that as it is. And it's not about cutting people off. It's not about being cold-hearted. It's not about not giving second chances. It's just like, I'm big on character, right? So like certain things I can get through if I realize you don't have character flaws or you're not like spiteful intentionally. But when I realize that your character is flawed and you have like no integrity and you're like spiteful, like you are intentionally doing things to people or myself that you mean to hurt me in some way. You mean to sabotage me in some way. You genuinely don't like me for whatever reason that may be. You're in competition with me. You're envious of me, whatever it may be. It's like, okay, how do I keep covering that up? How do I keep saying like, no, like we'll work through it, or no, it's just how they are, or no, I'm overthinking it. Like, no. One thing that I have learned is that you guys can take this however you want. I don't know if you're religious, I don't know if you're spiritual, but this world is definitely changing. And I feel like there's always been evil here. There's always been like people that just they don't have the best intentions. They're not good people, I guess you can say. Basically, there's always been people that just aren't good people, right? But I think within the more recent years, there's a lot of evil out here. There's people that I don't know whether they spew off evil because they're fighting their own demons. I don't know whether they don't realize they're being evil. I don't know whether evil has become so normalized that sometimes things that people do, they don't even realize like how messed up it is. But I really feel like people, for the most part nowadays, do not have the best intentions. They don't come in with a pure and genuine heart. They don't necessarily meet you, and upon meeting you want the best for you, right? Now, I'm not saying everyone, because me personally, I truly believe that what you put out on this earth is what you receive, and I put out genuine vibes. And so I meet a lot of really good people. I meet a lot of people that help me effortlessly. I meet a lot of people that, offer me things, care for me, treat me nicely. But I also encounter a lot of people that just have like mean spirits, very conniving, very like, I'm gonna use you to my benefit and then just cut you off when it's your turn, or I'm gonna take everything that I can from you, including just your energy, just your personality, just your vibes, and then just dip out. You know what I mean? And I feel like I'm tired of that, right? I'm tired of putting myself in situations where it's like, okay, I'm just this bright, bubbly, really genuine, really helpful, really kind, loving person. And I come in just like a giver, right? Like anything I have that you need, any wisdom, any knowledge, any advice, if you want to party or if you want to hang out, or like, I'm just too open and willing for the type of people that are on this earth today, right? And so I keep finding that I'm getting myself into trouble because almost everyone that reaches out, trying to hang out or seeking advice or whatever it may be, I'm like, cool, like, of course, sure. And then later on figuring out that their motives and their intentions were just not good in any way, right? And so I can't do that anymore, right? Like, I can't continue to see things, realize things, pick up on things, feel things, and still be wanting to dismiss them or overlook them, or feel like, oh, well, maybe if I just don't hang out with them too much, then it won't really affect me, or maybe they really didn't mean it. Maybe I'm overthinking. Like, no. People will blatantly disrespect you, use you, drag you through the dirt, and you have to separate yourself. You have to stop dealing with it. You have to stop okaying it. Like, you have to trust your intuition and just stop, cut it off, like dead it, take a step back, remove yourself, just stop harming yourself and ruining your own peace because you want to embrace everyone. Everyone is not meant to be embraced. Everyone does not have a loving, genuine, positive spirit. And so that is my number one thing that I want to stop doing this year, is just overlooking the chaos and not respecting my intuition. So number 2 would be chasing people, right? So within the last few years, I feel like I haven't chased anyone, but I'm the one that constantly keeps friendships going, right? Now, I do have a lot of people that may do things to me and then they reach out and they want to, apologize or want a second chance or whatever. But as far as like keeping friendships connected, I feel like that's always been me. Like, I could not hear from someone for 2 years and they have no plans on reaching out. I've accomplished things. I've had highs, I've had lows. They've been following me on social media. They don't congratulate. They don't say happy birthday. They may come into the city that I live in and not come visit. And I'm talking about, like, we used to really kick it. We were like great friends. We used to hang out, celebrate different things together. You've been in my house, I've been to your house. We've had deep talks, whatever. And then it's just like, boom, that's it. And so I don't want to be that person trying to hold a friendship anymore, right? Like, we're all adults. I know people's favorite phrase is I'm busy, but we all are, right? I don't care if you're a mother, I don't care if you're a father, I don't care if you work 12-hour shifts every day or if you work 4-hour shifts every day. I don't care if you moved away. I don't care if you're having hard times, like, and I'm not saying I don't care, like, oh, F your hard times, but we all have a moment to check in, right? And I get it. Some people handle their emotions differently. I know sometimes I can shut down. I know a lot of people in particular that are in my life that they have to shut down in order to like push through. And I get that, right? Everyone has hard times. Sometimes you don't want to talk to anyone. Sometimes you're super focused grinding and you forget about everyone. But like, when it comes to those friendships where it's like, they just always have an excuse, right? Like, months have gone by, weeks have gone by, years have gone by, and it's always a dumb excuse. Like, you mean to tell me in a year you didn't have a moment to text me? In a year you didn't have a moment to hang out? In a year you didn't have one free Saturday for brunch? Like, people will literally sell you horseshit and want you to buy it. And it's like, no, despite what anyone may think, I have my own issues in my life. I have definitely responsibilities that I have to tend to. I am a full-grown adult. I pay bills, like, I work hard, and maybe I don't have kids, or maybe I'm not married or whatever, but like, I still have a lot of things tying up my time. And if I can find the time to check on you or congratulate you or tell you happy birthday or ask to take you out to celebrate or ask to link up for dinner one night, like, you can do the same, right? And so I think I've also realized, I've seen a meme that said, like, when people do you wrong, they try to avoid you. And I've also realized that a lot of people do that as well. Because when you look back on it and you're like, she's been my friend for 10 years. She showed up for everything for me. She's done this and that, She's the one that always checks in on me. And then I fall back. And then you realize, damn, I haven't heard from her all year. We haven't gotten together for our typical girls' night out. We haven't done this and that. She didn't even invite me to her last thing. Then they start to realize, like, damn, she really stepped back. She's really not chasing this friendship anymore. And then maybe they'll, check in, try and tend to it a little bit more. But for the most part, I find myself always being the one to like keep friendships together. And I'm just tired of that. Like, it's not any shot at anyone in particular. It's not like, oh, I'm about to be on my solo stuff. Like, no, like, the friends that are there and the friends that check in and the friends that are available and make themselves available and are ready and down to hang out and chat and whatever, they'll be in my life. And the ones that aren't, It's no hard feelings. I still wish you the best. But if our friendship means that I have to hold it together, it's no longer any one-way friendships, okay? So yes, that is the end of this video. For the most part, those are the two major things that I want to work on this year that I no longer want to do in 2022. You guys follow me, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video.